Hello and welcome, my name is Eros and today we are traveling through the Qitana Ravel. This is the third dungeon of the Shadowbringers main story quest with a player level requirement of 75 and item level 380. First up on the list today is Lozatl. Shortly after pulling, he will introduce us to Stone Fist, the first tank buster of the dungeon. Healers and tanks cycle cooldowns as necessary. Throughout the fight, Lozatl will cast Sun Toss. This is indicated by a circular AoE below a random player. Simply run out of the target circle and you'll be just fine. Next up we have Lozatl's Scorn. One of the statues in the back of the room will begin glowing purple. After a few seconds, the corresponding side of the room will explode, dealing heavy damage to anyone left on that side. Additionally, throughout the fight, Lozatl will cast Heat Up, causing one of his shoulders to glow red hot in preparation for his next ability. Following Heat Up, Lozatl will move to the center of the room and cast Lozatl's Fury. At the end of the cast, he will slam the half of the arena that is glowing, causing high damage to anyone caught within. Closer to the end of the fight, you'll find Lozatl's Fury and Scorn will be going off around the same time. Pay close attention to the boss and the statues at the rear to find the safest place to stand throughout the fight. Rinse and repeat these few mechanics and you will have boss number 1 down. Moving on to boss number 2, we have Batsquatch, a refreshingly easy boss with very few mechanics to pay attention to. Starting off the fight with your standard tank buster, Ripper Fang needs to be managed by the tank and the healer accordingly. Next up we have Sound Wave. This is an unavoidable AoE that deals moderate group-wide damage. Your primary focus on this fight will come from the boss's Subsonics ability. Batsquatch will slam the ground multiple times, causing low but fast group-wide damage. Throughout this cast, rocks will begin falling from the ceiling, leaving a few pillars in the arena at the end of the cast. The next time the boss casts Sound Wave, the pillars left behind will topple over, causing massive damage and vulnerability up to anyone caught underneath. You can easily tell the direction a pillar will fall by watching its shadow as it topples over. Cycle through these mechanics a few more times to easily take down boss number 2. The final and most mechanically difficult boss of this dungeon is by far Lightwarden Eros. Pay close attention as the majority of his abilities are not defined by simple orange floor telegraphs, but instead cast bars and unique boss animations. First things tanks and healers should be paying attention to is Rend, the tank buster that will be used throughout the fight. Following up we have Hound of Heaven. Eros will tether a random non-tank player and charge them after a short cast. The randomly selected party member needs to flee far enough from Eros to change the tether from orange to purple. If Eros charges the player while tether is still orange, not only will this do a massive amount of damage, but also add a stack of vulnerability up. Glossolalia is a simple, group-wide AoE that cannot be avoided. Healers manage accordingly. Next we have Viper Poison. This will cause large AoE circles to appear in the arena, leaving behind a lingering poison that needs to be avoided. Additionally, a random party member will be targeted with a puddle and drop it at the end of the cast. If you are targeted with a puddle, do your best to stack this up with the others to leave as much of the arena available as possible. Immediately following Viper Poison, Eros will jump to the back of the arena and cast Inhale, dragging all players from where they are positioned to the center of the boss. Then follow up with Heaving Breath, pushing all party members in a straight line to the back of the arena. Position yourself appropriately to avoid being pulled or pushed into the poison on the arena floor. Finally, we have Confession of Faith. This is the ability you need to pay close attention to the animation of the boss. Eros will move to the edge of the arena and perform one of 2 different abilities, Lightning Breath or Fire Breath. If Eros' left and right head begin charging up with electrical energy, this will obviously indicate Lightning Breath. The center lane in front of the boss will be the safe zone, and the group will need to gather on the random party member that has the stack marker placed on them. Alternatively, if Eros' center head begins charging flame energy, this will indicate, you guessed it, Fire Breath. With this ability, the left and right of the boss will be the safe zones, and the party will need to avoid 2 AoE circles marked on random party members. Put to practice what we have gone over previously, and congratulations on clearing the Qitana Ravel. If you need to see the full fights play out, check out our fights only video, linked in the description. This will let you see the pacing and flow of each fight without the cuts and narration. All boss abilities will be notated on screen throughout each fight. As always, good luck and thanks for watching.